EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Check. Lucky. We're going to 54 right here. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 36.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
11-yard line.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route. You are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of
nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
The kicker on.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Prescott able to get this to Gordon. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Russell. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Brandon McManus, the kickoff for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That one good for 12 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Prescott going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott now. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Check. Rush C. We're going to 52. Check 99.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down by Trey.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 15 now.
makes the score Niners 28, Broncos 13. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Cooks. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 35, Broncos 13. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
That's good.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Prescott's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got Gordon open, completes it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as as they score the touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And his kick is good.
The score, Niners 42, Broncos 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's a 4-yard pick up there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
quarter.
You'd
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
To kick off for San Francisco.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On third down, it's Gordon, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Again, it's 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Hey, get away with it.
Today's
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through